Christianity from YouTube. You know, this is the second time I'm recording this. I guess YouTube or my computer or the universe, something didn't like the last video I was making, so I just got this like weird screen. You know, maybe I'm making too much quick moves, and you know, my computer, even though it's a dual processor, couldn't handle it. You know, which makes you wonder. You know, there's probably a lot of what do you call it? Stuff in the cache. You know how that cache can be, how it keeps building up. You know, you get an abundance of cache, and it just makes your video just crash because there's not enough storage. You have too much cache. Only if that were the case. But I want to talk about magic. And the question you know, because I was watching a YouTube video, and a question popped into my head, and so it's like, hey, you know, I like that question. I got to do a YouTube video on that. What is magic? You know, what is magic? You know, pagans have their own idea of magic and spells, you know, witchcraft. But, you know, Christianity, you could say that it has its own magic as well. You know, miracles. What are miracles? Aren't they magic? I mean, look at some of the things Jesus did in the New Testament. Created more fish and bread. Turned water into wine. You know? Even though I wonder on that one, did he really turn water into wine, or did he just get everybody drunk with the good stuff? And then he brings out this other stuff, say, hey, you know, take some, you know, but they're all sloshed, you know, based on the good stuff. I mean, yeah, on the good stuff that, you know, just after that, they just think, hey, yeah, you know, we're getting drunk, even though it's really crappy stuff. I've always wondered that, you know? You know, Jesus as a trickster. Oh, that's another idea. But you know, some of the things in the New Testament as well. You know, splitting the Red Sea. You know, Moses. You know, all the stuff Moses did. You know, and then talking to God on a mountain. You know, was it really magic, or was he smoking something? I'm just having fun. I don't mean to make fun of anyone's religion or beliefs. I'm just, you know, I mean, if people think that they get all stuffy with just what I was saying, it's like, dude, chill. It's just jokes. It's only religion. You know, it's based on someone else's beliefs that you just happen to believe. You know? That includes Wicca, Christianity, Muslim. I mean, look at Muslim, you know? They kill people. And they think they're gonna go to a heaven. You know? But you know, all these things could be magic. You know, that moment, you know, whether it be spring, summer, fall, or autumn, winter or autumn, you know, that perfect moment in the day where you're just sitting there on your porch or in your car looking at the lake, looking at a sunset or sunrise, and you think to yourself, ah, wow, this moment's perfect. Pepsi should sponsor me. They really should. I've had this glass for a long time. I won this at a amusement park when I was in 8th grade. I still have, whoops, sorry for that noise on the mic. I still have it. Magical. Speaking of magical, the picture that's behind me, that's in many of my videos, I just love that picture. The camera doesn't do it justice because you can't really see the detail in it, but there's planets, there's an Earth type, there's the moon, there is, well, I mean, you can see the lady under the moon, but in her hand there's like a little fairy and other little fairies out there. You know, I like to call this picture Lady of the Universe. I don't know if that's what the title the artist had for it, but that's my title because it's hanging in my apartment, you know, and that's what it reminds me of. You know, the Lady of the Universe, you know. She looks magical. That whole picture looks magical. You know? Also, bring out the cards. Is he bringing out the cards? Yes, he's bringing out the cards. Number 10, Illuminate. You know, it looks kind of magical. Can't really see the hollows too much. You know, my Psychic Life Transfer, that's probably my favorite card. I like number 10, Illuminate too. Light End Dragon. You know, dragons are always magical. Elemental Hero Divine Neos. The Dark Magician. The Elemental Hero Neos. You know, they look magical. Magnus / Dragon. Looks magical. But what is magic? You know? Prisma. He looks magical. He's got wings too. He's a light monster. Light attribution. But what is the alternate Avian? Yeah, or if you don't like the alternate Avian, you can also have classic Avian. You know, but what is magical? You know? Is it mystical, like the mystical elf here? Or this dude that looks like Harry Potter? You know, maybe he's a she. Even though he's got short hair and glasses. That doesn't mean anything nowadays, though. You know? Master of the Barriers. Doesn't that look like a magical scene? What is magical? Do we just use that word because we don't really know what it is? We just know that it's something spectacular and something, you know, something that's happening, something wonderful that's happening. You know, and you see magic, when things are magic, they're wonderful. You know, if something's magical, you know, if something's that you don't want to happen, you know, you're not going to say it's magical. You're going to say, oh, I'm cursed. You know? It's like cursed is the opposite of magical. But again, Arcane Apprentice. You know, actually, I like the Frequency Magician here. I did order some more spellcasters. I love spellcasters. I love spellcasters. Actually, I like Sunny Pixie. Sunny Pixie. I like that card. You know, it's nice. You know. But you know what is? You know, you can have some power bond. You know. What is magical? You know, when you say something's magical, what does it mean to you? You know, I think that could be a good internet question. Galaxy Storm. And I think I'm going to title this video, What is Magical? Space Cyclone. And, you know, I challenge everyone that listens to this video to do a video themselves answering that question, what is magic? What is magic? To boost your ego? Ego boost. That's a good card. That's also a good card too, especially if you have some good tuner monsters. I have 2 of these in my deck. I do have a third, but it's in another deck. You know, you can't have, you know, you can't have too many of these things. Well, of course, rule-wise, you can only have 3. But those, you know, one good use for the ego boost is to, when you're trying to summon, synchro summon a monster, and you have a tuner, and you know how low those are, but you know the description of the tuner is like, not the description, but what the tuner does is really good, but it's low. Well, you know, slap an ego boost on it. You know. And an old one, Yami. Remember that one? Remember that card? So, you know, what is magic to you? Remember this one? Spellbinding Circle. You know? What is magic to you? You know? And I really haven't answered the question because I don't know what magic is. You know? I can say stay creative in the magic of life, but what makes life magic? You know, is it our free will? Is it that we get to create? Is it that we have joy? That we can learn? That we can do anything that we put our mind to? Does that make it magic? Is it magical because we're not sleeping? Well, most of us nowadays anyways. You know, someone's still asleep. Some feel like they want to fall asleep. You know, after having all this rash, you know, in parts of your body because you sweat too damn much. And you know, that is actually a disease. I forget what it's called. I was watching a YouTube video on it, and then I got more information online. See, I go to YouTube first. Because I'm lazy. Because I mean, I'm a visual learner, you know, so that's why, you know, I like learning through YouTube. And then I then I search it out on Bing. You know, I mean, Google. You know, Google's gonna like beat Microsoft and Apple. Google is going after Apple, not just Microsoft. They're a big competitor. Yeah, so it's just like kind of like use a different search engine. You know, I like Bing too. I like their homepage, pretty pictures, and you can get information just on the Bing, you know, Bing main page. And you know, it's a lot better saying, oh, just Bing it. Hey, Bing it, man, Bing it. But when you say, hey, Google it, what did you just ask me to do? Google? What do you want me to Google? Do you realize what you just told me? You know, so Google is kind of a suggestive term. You know, but it's like Bing, it's just like, hey, Bing it. You know, it's almost like ping. And, you know, website pings. Oh, I just got pinged. You know, oh, I got pinged. I don't know, maybe it's just as bad as Google, who knows. So you can Google yourself, or you can Bing it. It's up to you. And do a video explaining what is magic, and maybe you can do a better job than I am at trying to define what magic really is. Thank you for watching. And yes, I'm gonna say it, because it is my catchphrase, and I do like it. You know, stay creative in the magic of life. Or I could do a Chris Pirillo and just say, you later. You know? But then I'd be copying Chris Pirillo. And even though if you want to be a success, you know, you could definitely copy what Chris Pirillo is doing, because he's a mega success. I mean, he makes money just by doing this, talking in front of people, communicating on the internet. You know, doing vlogs about his life. You know, he makes money doing that. So, you know, stay creative in the magic of life, and do a video. And please tell us, what is your definition or your answer to the question, what is magic? Thank you for watching. Good day.